Hello friends, I am Hardik Patel. Welcome back to our Tech channel. In this video we are going to talk about how we can communicate between cross channels. So one WebSocket connection is a channel. So in Django channels package, they are providing the facility to communicate between two channels using channel layer. So we are going to understand what is channel layer in this Django channels package. Okay, so we are going to build one. We are going to convert this eco consumer into broadcast consumers. Okay, so basically one message if someone sends into that group, that message will be sent back to all the connections which are currently online. Okay, so and one more thing we can do, that is outside this consumer also we can broadcast the message to all the connections. So that's what we are going to learn in this video. So let's get started. So let's first configure Django channel layer. So how can we configure these channel layers into this project? So very basic steps are there. You need to install one package, channels Redis, if you are going to use the Redis channel layer. And there is another channel layer is available by this Django channels package itself, that is in memory channel layer, but that is not I will recommend to use into the production. But yes, you can use that particular uh, channel layer when you are developing. Okay, so for the development purpose it's fine, but you must replace that by Redis channel layer into the production. Okay, so you need to add some settings, and you don't need to remember anything about that. You just go to the documentation of Django channels and just go to this channel layer, where you will see that two channel layers are available, that is Redis channel layer and the second is in memory channel layer. So this configuration looks like Django database settings, where you are just providing the default database settings, and here we are going to provide default channel layer, where you need to provide two things. One is backend and the second thing is config. So config is required for Redis channel layer because uh, it can be a different server, it can be distributed to different servers. So in that case you can provide the host. So currently if you are running a Redis server into your current system, then you can provide this default settings. Otherwise you can also you can include the environment variable using OS package. So this is just you need to copy and just go into the settings.py, and just in the bottom of the file you just paste it. Okay, and the second thing, as you can see here, that is in memory channel layer is also there, where even Django channels package doesn't recommend this to use in production. Okay, so it has some issues like memory issue, right? It is not optimal solution for the production when you are using multi instance environment, where you can also get the data loss as well. So even I would recommend use Redis channel server. Okay, yeah. So all right, so we have just copied this configuration, and you need to install that package. I said that pip install and channels underscore Redis. Okay, so this is actually a backend layer. As you can see here, channels redis.core.redis channel layer. So basically that package will provide this particular backend. Okay, so you must have to install this. So as I said earlier, we are going to convert this eco consumer to broadcast consumer. In that case, whenever we create any connection, we need to add that connection into the channel layer group. So in future that group can be used to send message to each and every connection. So how can we do that? Let's write the code for that. So I am removing this print statement from now. For now, I am just accepting the connection first, and then we are going to use channel layer which is available in the consumer object. So channel layer, and that channel layer object has few functions, and one of them is that group add. So which will add the group. First it will create the group if the group is doesn't exist in channel layer, and the name of that particular group you have to provide that self dot room name. So I am going to give this room name for now is broadcast, because we are implementing this broadcast consumer, and we are going to add current channel to that particular group when we are accepting the connection. So self dot channel name is the property which is available to each and every channel. So channel is like, as I said, it's a WebSocket connection. So for each WebSocket connection, it has a unique identifier, and that is called channel name, because Django channels package provides this facility to use this identifier. Okay, so this identifier will be helpful to add into the channel layer group, and that group can be used in future to send all the messages, as I said, right? So this group add function is asynchronous function, and we have to convert this asynchronous function to the synchronous function. So how can we do that? So to do that, there is one function already available, that is asgi ref dot sync import or sync to sync. Okay, so same way, sync to async is also available, but we are not going to use because our context is synchronization, right? This whole consumer we have written in the synchronized way. So whatever we have to use which is asynchronous, then we have to convert that particular thing into synchronous using this async to sync function. So this group add functions we have to transform into synchronous function. So to do that, you need to uh, call this async to sync, and then that function you have to provide as an object, and that will return another object which is going to be a synchronous function, and the arguments will be the same, right, like this. So even though you are using asynchronous or synchronous, in the both the cases arguments will be the same. First argument will be the group name, and the second argument will be the channel name, which is going to be added into the group. Now as you see that we have just added, so same way the connection gets disconnected, at that time you have to remove that channel name from that particular room. So to do that, similar function is available, but instead of group add, you just need to provide discard. Okay, so this discard function will remove that particular channel from the room name, I mean from that group of that particular room name. Now to understand more, I am going to add few print statements here with the channel name as well. Okay, so print, and then I'm going to use also app string, and inside the app string I will write square bracket, and the first argument will be first name will be channel name. Okay, and I'm just saying that you are connected. Okay, now the same way we are going to remove this print statement whenever we receive the message. Self dot channel name will be there, and then here I am going to also change few things, that received message, and what is that message, also we are going to give that name event, and then inside that text. Okay, so whatever text you have received, also we are going to print here. So you will understand what is the message you have received from which channel. Okay, now we have received this message from this channel, and now we want to send that message to each and every person available in that particular room, right? So currently we have done some way that each and every connection will be available in that particular group. So to send the message, you have to comment this for now, and yeah, so self dot channel layer dot group send. Okay, one more thing, that similar way that we have to change this async to sync like this, and now we need to provide the argument. Okay, so first argument will be the self dot room name. All right, so the room which is we created broadcast room, right? So and the second will be the event. So what we are doing, we are just giving the, we are just broadcasting one event to this particular room. So that way this event here we need to provide, but instead of sending, we just need to provide the event data. Okay, So we are going to remove this round braces like this. Okay, so type is websocket.send, which is going to be your event actually. All right, and then the text is this one. Okay, so instead of doing this websocket.send, what you need to do, you have to create one your own event like this, def and websocket underscore message. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, self, and then also we are going to receive the event, and now this send thing we have to do here. Now I will explain why we have done this way. First, this is the new event you have introduced in your consumer, and that is for each channel. This is for this is per channel, okay, and this is per group. So websocket.send is a not event which you want to execute for one group, but it needs to be executed for one channel. Okay, so first this group send function will raise this event for each and every channel, and this websocket.send is not which we want, but instead message. So in this Django channels package, whichever event or event type you are mentioning with the dot separator, which is going to be replaced by the underscore, and that is going to be the method for that particular event. Okay, so you now received that event, and here let's print that particular channel thing like this. All right, so message send. So what is going to happen, so if there are two channels are available in the group, so this group send function will raise this websocket.message event with this particular text twice for two separate channels. So we will going to see this print statement two times. Here also let's change this to and disconnected. All right, yeah, so that's pretty much, I guess. And now this method is not required for this particular uh, broadcast consumer, because we are sending that message to group, and that group send function will raise the event websocket.message for each and every channel, and this function will be executed for all the channels, and all the channels will all the channels client will receive this message. Okay, now this consumer is ready to use the channel layer and broadcast the message. Okay, so let's run this. Let's hope that there is no error comes in. All right, so server is running now, and let me refresh. So yeah, as you can see, this consumer has one connection, and the channel name is this specific and dot uid, right? And let's connect the second client as well. All right, so second is also connected, correct? And now I'm going to send from this second connected 03, this one from the left side. I am from left side. Okay, so as you can see, I just sent the message from here but received at the both the end. Why? Because this is now broadcast message, and it will be received by all the channels available in the server connection. Okay, so as you can see, you are connected 03, received message from the 03, I am from left side, and then it was sent to both of them, 8A and 03. So 8A is this one, right? So as you can see, we are now able to send the message to different channels which are available in the channel layer. Okay, okay, so let's send the message outside from outside the consumer. So suppose you are not here in consumers.py, and you want to send the message from models.py. Okay, so how can we do that? let's understand that as well. So I'm just opening the new terminal here where I have activated virtual environment, and I'm just running that python main.py and then cell. Okay, so I'm starting a cell where you need to import from channels dot layers import get channel layer. Okay, and then you need to get the channel layer first, like this, get channel layer. Now you will have the context of sending the message using this channel layer. So what you need to do here, the same with channel layer dot group send, and you need to provide that group name, that is broadcast in our case. And the second argument, as I said, it should be an event, and event should have type. So type is WebSocket dot message, and then, sorry about this, then second argument, second key, that should be a text, and the text like message from outside the consumer. Okay, all right, let me send this message. But as you know, we need to convert this function from asynchronous to synchronous, because still our consumer is synchronous consumer, right? So if I send this using this, it will give me coroutine, but it will not execute the message send function, and the message will not be received by the client. But if you import that esgiref dot sync and import a sync to sync, and then use the same function with this, and then now the message is broadcasted to all the connections. Let's see the message available. Yeah, as you can see, message from outside the consumer is available now, right, at the both the connection. So that's how it can be used. And in the next video we are going to use this channel layer to build our own personal room. So only message will be sent and received by only two person. Okay, so that's pretty much from this video. Thank you very much, and see you soon in the next video.